Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. To those of you who are new here, I'm Ashil and I'm back with another video. Yes guys, I'm back and I'm gonna try to make it permanent this time, although I can't really promise anything. But this video is really to address why I've been missing. One thing I hate is if I like a YouTuber or a content creator and I just stop seeing them, like they just disappear. I'm like, what the hell, where have you gone, what's happening? So I feel like even if I don't have no fans, or not fans, but you know, no followers that are really interested in my life, I just feel like I need to give an update as to what's been happening with me over the past couple of months. And I feel like the last video, which, well, I did the fall vlog. Those of you who've seen it, who have not seen it, I will link it up here. Those of you who've seen it would have seen some changes. So we're just going to address quickly, I don't want this video to be too long, quickly address what's happening, what changes have been going on for the past couple of months, and yeah, what's been happening with me. So if you are interested, please watch till the end, and while you do so, feel free to like, share and subscribe. Okay, going all to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run? Okay, so where has Ashley been? What has she been up to? I'll give you a little something. You know, I don't have all my business out here. Okay, I tell you what I want y'all to know. Okay, but I will be very brief and straight to the point. So first things first, we moved. I'm sure those of you who followed me over the past year or so have seen the difference in terms of like my last video, my last vlog. You'd have seen, like I said earlier, some changes in terms of the house, etc. So we did move. We're still in Georgia, a little further away from Atlanta, but we're still in Georgia, so don't worry. I'm still here. I also started a new job, so I left the agency. Yes, I did, and of course I can't give too many details on that. I can't give too much, you know, of the nitty-gritty because, you know, contracts, the whole works. So unfortunately I can't really delve deep into that, but you know, you can message me privately, but I can't really give, you know, deep info about that. But I did leave the agency that I came up with last year, and I'm currently on my own, so not on my own as independent contractor but I am no longer working or employed by the agency. So I'm working, and I actually changed my specialty. Like guys, y'all, it's been a whole lot of change happening. So I'm no longer in the NICU. Unfortunately, I honestly don't think that it is a permanent thing with me leaving the NICU. I'm no longer in the hospital setting either, but we'll get into that. So I'm no longer in the NICU, not because I was not getting another NICU job, because I did, but I was just overwhelmed. I mean, my nurses out there who watch me, y'all know how it gets working in the hospital, especially when you have a lot of stuff, extra stuff happening outside of work. For me, it became a bit overwhelming just trying to keep up with everything. I felt like I didn't have enough hours in my day, so I kind of started getting sluggish. I was not sleeping well. I mean, you know, I work nights, so my days were not even really my nights because I barely slept during the day because I had stuff to do. And even on my days off, I felt like I could not sleep because my body was so used to being up for 12 hours, well, 13-14 hours straight. So it kind of became very like overwhelming, and I was trying to understand, but why? Because night nursing is not something that is new to me. I mean, I did that all the time at home, so why the difference now? And I mean, the most I was working was like 3 days a week, sometimes 4, depending on my mood. Sometimes 4, but mostly 98% of the time 3 days a week. And I'm trying to figure out, but why? Because when I was in St. Lucia, listen, I went from job to job. Okay, when I was doing I had my little side hustle at the hotel. I would leave work in the morning at 7. I would head to the hotel for 9 in the morning, then work my full day, work ends at 6, then I would head back to the hospital for 7 in the night and work that full 12-hour. So it's not like I'm new to working long hours, but I don't know, this felt different. It felt seriously different. And when I kind of pondered on it, I realized with working in St. Lucia, we were actually entitled to rest periods during the shift. So I guess this little, no matter how short it was, but these little rest periods kind of like created a little boost, and then you have some energy. And even if you don't get to sleep much during the day, you know, you had that little stint of rest during the night shift. So, you know, but hey, sir, no, no rest. And I said, I think I did mention that in one of my previous videos, it's like straight 12-hour shift with a 30-minute break. Imagine being on your feet for 12 hours with a 30-minute break. So I guess that started taking a toll on my body, and I'm like, you know what, I need a break from the hospital setting, at least for a while. Let me see what else I can do. And just because for me, I've been in the NICU for 6 going on 7 years, and I felt like I needed to broaden my horizon in terms of nursing, because I mean, I love my babies, love them, I adore them, I love them, but I felt like I just needed to venture out of the NICU hospital setting. And you know, if you're in NICU, where are babies, where are newborn babies? Newborn sick babies, they are in the hospital. There is nowhere else you're going to get them. So it kind of, I felt like kind of boxed in, where I was only limited to that hospital setting. So I started looking around for jobs and trying to see what I could have done that probably did not need to have much training, because again, 7 years only NICU. And I was just looking around, seeing what I could fit in is easily, seamlessly, with, you know, little issues or problems. And then I came across hospice. Yes, I was just as shocked. I was just as shocked, y'all. But the money was right. Okay. The money was right. The hours were good. So I'm like, let's see what's that about. Let's see what hospice is about. Now, I have never, ever considered hospice in my entire existence. And like I said, I'm just as shocked as you are. So I am, like I said, my hours are great. I am much more rested. So let me just give you a little insight, right? So it's an on-call position where I work 15 hours in a 4-day period, right? So 15 hours for 40. No, how am I saying this? Okay, so I work 15 hours every day for 4 days. Yes, that makes no sense. So yes, it's 15 hours every day for 4 days, and I have 3 days off. Now, I know you must be saying like, what? Why she leave a 12-hour job 3 days to go and work 15 hours 4 days? That the math is not mathing. But it is. I promise you, it is. So it's an on-call position. On-call position, meaning that during my 15-hour shift, I get calls to go to patients' houses just for emergent purposes. So usually a call should not last more than 1 hour. Like, I should not be with that patient, unless of course it is needed, but I should not be with that patient more than an hour. So I literally go to the patient, drive to the patient, which I do get mileage paid for, drive to the patient, do whatever it is they need to have done, and go right back at my home. So if I get a 1 call for the night, guess what? Baby, I am home sleeping, okay? And I've never been like a heavy sleeper, so I won't hear my phone ring. The only thing is, it's an adjustment to now having my phone on loud, because my phone has been on silent for at least 4 years or 3 years. So that's the only real adjustment. But if I get 2 calls, I'm out for these 2 calls for probably like half an hour to an hour's drive, and an hour at the patient's house, 30 minutes to an hour at the patient's house, and I'm back. So technically I am not working a 15-hour stretch, right? I'm working much less than 15 hours, but a sis is getting paid, okay? But as for NICU, it's not like I have forgotten totally about NICU, but honestly I did not expect to enjoy hospice as much as I am doing. And I was really taken aback, because I'm like, it was just supposed to have been just a little bridge just to cross over from the NICU and see what, you know, I prefer doing, what I would have loved to delve into, etc. But guess what, y'all? I'm loving it. I am loving it. I'm loving it. And not just the hours and the convenience. I actually love, like, these patients are people who are on their way out, right? They are remorseful. They are, like, you get to see people in a whole different sense, where they tell you stories. And again, because of my job, I'm not with them like all of that time, so I am here, like, you know, just there, you know. But even in the short space of time, I hear stories, and the family speaks to me about them. And just, there's something about just making somebody comfortable who is on their dying bed that just makes you have a whole 360-degree change on how you look at life, what you take for granted, how you treat people, what you expect to, like, how you expect to be treated, I should say. And then you just, like, take a couple steps back, and, you know. So it's really been a very educational experience for me, not only learning the ropes in terms of hospice management care, but just looking at life on a whole different level. Like, it's really been very eye-opening, very eye-opening, and honestly, I love it. But like I said, if it is something that's going to be permanent, I do not think so. I don't think so. But for the time being, this is where I'm at, and I'm loving it. Okay, what else has been happening? What else have I been up to? School. Yes, I have been in school from the beginning of this year, so it's not new, but I just have never said it before because I didn't feel like it was necessary. But school has been schooling. No, honestly, no, I'm not gonna lie, it has not been bad, to be very honest. It really has not been. It's just that with everything else, accompanied by everything else, it becomes a little challenging to just juggle everything. So right now it's been going good. I mean, it's always, like I said, been going good, but right now, having a little more free time, I am able to do more and not worry about deadlines, etc, etc. So school has been going good. I have no issues here. Jace, of course, we moved, so, you know, Jace had to start a new school that he is getting adjusted to quite nicely. We've had no issues. He loves the school. I like it. I mean, so far it's fairly new, so I don't want to give any prejudgment, but so far so good. Can't complain. You all see I put on weight in my previous video, so I've just been trying to, like, I haven't really been doing anything drastic. You know, my birthday is coming up, so hello, I need to look, at least look like something. I don't need to look like a teddy bear. So I have been doing keto for, not really like strict keto, but I have been trying to keep my carbs below 25 or 28 grams for the day, which is practically keto. But in terms of the fat content, I have not really been indulging in as much fat as I should, like the good fats. If you do know about keto, it's high fat, high good fat, and low carb. So I really have not been really keeping up with my fat intake, but I have really been trying with my carbs, and pretty much for the week I've been successful. And I don't know, my weight has, like I was telling my friend recently, it's just that for the past couple months I've been trying to lose weight, and I've been doing everything that I have been doing in the past, and things that were very successful in no time, working, results. No, y'all, when they say your metabolism slows down after age 30, it was not a lie. It was not. Right now it's been a struggle. It has been. And I'm surprised, because I'm like, I used to do this and this and this, and in a week I would lose 7 pounds. Right now I'm doing this and this and this, and I'm losing 2 pounds. So this has been quite the change and quite the shocker, because I'm like, what? Yo, so it's been psychologically like stressful, because I'm like, what's happening? But I'm not giving up. I am sticking to it. after my birthday, I will not be doing keto long term. It's just to maximize my weight loss before my birthday, and then after that I'm literally just going to probably be counting calories and trying to eat as normal as I can. I'll still probably try to keep it low on the carb intake, but try to eat as normal as I can. Don't restrict myself as much, because you know, I get already with these diets, once you stop and you start craving, that's when you go just downhill. So I don't want this to happen. I want to make it a lifestyle change, which I've said before, but again, like I said, the things that I have been doing have not been really working as quickly as they used to before. So I mean, the weight is dropping off, don't get me wrong. I am losing, but not as fast as I am accustomed to losing, and it has been a bit frustrating. It really has been, but let's see how it goes. If not, just a gastric sleeve will have to be no, I'm serious, yo, I'm serious. If you see this weight cannot get it together, then I'm gonna get a gastric sleeve. I'm not joking, because I'm what I need to live my life, you know. But yeah, on a serious note, I'm going to try to stick to it. I'm going to try to not get discouraged, and more than likely I'll just give you some snippets in terms of the weight loss journey and what has been going good and what I feel like has changed, etc. Some more in-depth, but not in this video. Yes, I cannot think of anything really that has changed apart from these things, but that has been a lot of change in the past couple months, so changes have been made. But yeah, so that is what I've been up to, guys. Feel free to leave a comment. Like I said, I can't really go in depth in terms of me leaving the agency, and I know I have kind of started this trend on my channel talking about the agency and ways to move, etc. And it's not, if I could have, y'all, trust me, if I could have given y'all details, I would have, but I don't want nobody to take my neck, because you know already, contracts, I don't play by these things, okay? But I wish I could have given you more details as to the reason I left and how it's like, you know what, let's not go there. Let's just not open these kind of worms. But as I was saying, these have been the changes that have been happening, and this is where I'm at currently. So yes, this is the end. This is the end of the video, guys. Please share, subscribe, like the video, and of course feel free to stalk me on all my other social media platforms. It's Achille Antoine on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you always for tuning in, for likes, shares, and just feedback. Even those of you who don't leave the feedback under the video but come to message me privately, I appreciate all of you. See you in the next one.